Looking on purple, ease my mind. Church was just a cover up. It was a band-aid, so I didn't feel bad about sinning, if we being honest. Because, baby, if you got that same power in you to chase down a man, you can chase down God. There should be no excuse. And there wasn't. Boom, bam, boom. I need to test drive that car before I buy it off the lot. Like, I need to know what it's giving first. I need to know what that be like. Girl, I could talk about this for days, baby. I know, it's been a while. Back and I'm better. Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to Soulful Key. If this is your first time here, don't worry, baby. We consider you a VIP. But if you're an OG and you know me, thank you for supporting Key. Oh, it's been so long. Have you guys missed me? Y'all, it's been so much going on. It's been a lot of moving, a lot of grooving, a lot of planning. If you guys don't know, I am getting ready for my third wellness tea party coming up this May. It's going to be May 31st from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the Charlotte location. We are just going to be loving out loud on Charlotte and celebrating all aspects of wellness. So that's physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and financial. We got to teach y'all about the finances, me included. If you guys are interested in attending this type of event, I will leave the link in the description below for you guys to purchase tickets. I'm really pushing for the men to come out to this event this year because women are not the only ones with souls, okay? So make sure you guys get your tickets. And without further ado, you can already tell by the title, I wanted to take just a small break in from Carnal to Christ to give my mind some time to readjust, if you will. I figured since I have new subscribers and new followers, why not do a get to know me video so y'all can get to know the girl. You want to get to know who you following, right? You guys are ready to jump into this video. Let's do it. So what I actually did was I just compiled all the questions that I've been getting over time from all of my social media accounts. Just made them into one so I could just answer them all together. Split some of these questions into categories just to kind of make it easier for me. Questions about my faith and spiritual journey, questions about from carnal to Christ, questions about dating, abstinence, and relationships. I get a lot of questions about that, which, you know, I'm no expert here. And then like fun personal questions. The very first question is, what was the breaking point that made you surrender to God? Girl, I could talk about this for days, baby. Breaking point for me was heartbreak. I was in a season where I felt like I had worked really, really hard for a relationship that I thought I wanted. That heartbreak pushed me straight to my knees. Because I was having to grieve a situation, it was very hard for me. I only thought grieving was for people who died. What am I doing wrong in life? Because you're showing me something different. I wanted to start over completely. I wanted to act like I was an infant, a baby. Like I didn't know how to walk, didn't know how to talk, none of that. Like I wanted to learn life all over again. And the only teacher that I wanted was not my parents, not my friends, not any teachers in school, nobody in the church. I just wanted God, and that was it. I needed God to teach me how to live life, how to walk this life in the way that he designed for me to walk it. There's a scripture in the Bible, and I believe it says unrelenting disappointment leaves you heartsick. That disappointment over and over and over and over and over again got me to a point where I'm like, okay, let's look at you. Stop looking at other people. That was the breaking point that really made me get serious about surrendering my life to God. I thought that I had all the answers, and that heartbreak showed me I didn't really know much about life. And you might want to tap into the one who created it. The song says, try Jesus. I hadn't really tried him. I was playing around like I was trying him, you know, doing all the holy things, but not really surrendering to his will. I got serious. And I chased God. I chased him like I chased every other man that I wanted to be with. Because, baby, if you got that same power in you to chase down a man, you can chase down God. There should be no excuse. And there wasn't. Question number 2, what is the hardest part about fully living for God? Girl, let me tell you something. It's a daily battle. Now that I'm able to view life through the lens of Christ, the hardest thing about that is the world. Once you fall out of love with sin, you realize how much stuff you were tolerating, how much stuff you were putting in your body, how much stuff you were putting in your ears, you were watching, you were speaking. I realized how serious that stuff is. That's one of the hardest parts about fully living, is that the world says one thing and God says another. The world has a way of making sin so loud. We have normalized a lot of sin. And so it's really hard fully committing when you constantly see the world saying to do this and you know in your heart that God says absolutely not. You really have to have self-control, because if not, the world is so loud and so wrong. That's the hardest part. All right, moving on to the next. These questions are going to be focused around my YouTube series From Carnal to Christ. So the very first question is, what's one sin you struggled with the most before giving your life to Christ? I mean, I think we all know what that sin may be. It was sex outside of marriage. That was the number one sin that I struggled with. Sexual immorality, sexual impurity, carnality, whatever you want to call it. Lust, all of that. And that was one of the hardest things that I could have ever given to Christ. It was so hard. It was so hard to submit my sex life to Christ, but worth it. I was always one of those people that felt like I need to test drive that car before I buy it off the lot. Like, I need to know what it's giving first. I need to know what that be like. You feel me? And if I don't know, why am I signing up for that? I don't even know what it's like. A really mature way of thinking, in my opinion. For one, I'm not a car. Secondly, you don't have to test drive anything when you best friends with the person who made it. If the original manufacturer is my right-hand man, all I gotta do is put in a little word. Don't tell them what I need. And boom, bam, boom. Next question. How did you heal from your father wound and abandonment issues? Girl, let's put a pin on that, because we still working through some things. One of the things that really helped me to forgive my father, for one, understanding forgiveness. Understanding that forgiveness is free and forgiveness is also freeing. Recognizing that at the end of the day, my dad is still human and he didn't have all of the answers and he did what he thought was best in the situation. Just giving grace. Especially being a parent myself, I don't have all the answers when it comes to parenthood. That definitely helped me to forgive and kind of release that burden, release the debt that I feel like my dad owed me because he wasn't in my life as a child. The last question in this category, do you ever feel judged for being so open about your past? I don't think I feel judged. I feel like, honestly, I really don't think about it that much. So I went through it for a reason. I don't know who else can get healed by just me sharing my story. So whether you judging or not, I mean, I don't know. If you judging, then you won't have to take that up with God. Like, this thing got nothing to do with me. I don't think I really feel judged about sharing my story. I think I feel kind of cringe sometimes knowing that my family members watch me and stuff and wondering what they think. But I honestly don't even think my family members judge me. Honestly, I think everybody enjoys my content. I don't know. I don't ever ask, but hey. Next category is dating, abstinence, and relationships. What is the hardest part about dating while being abstinent? Girl, hardest part about dating while being abstinent is dating while being abstinent. Still human. I still have feelings. Having to have self-control and really tell myself no. It's a lot harder than I imagined. It makes the pool a lot smaller, which is cool. I don't just want a man. I want my man. That may mean that I will have to wait longer, but honestly, it's been very peaceful without all that fleshly stuff. Anyway, next question. Have you ever been tempted to break your abstinence? If so, how did you resist? Yes, I have been tempted. Not a lot. Honestly, only about one time. How did I resist? Well, for one, I almost threw up. Let's start there. And two, in my mind and in my heart of hearts, the person just wasn't worth it. On the fleshly part, it would have been worth it. It would have been, but in the spiritual realm, it definitely wouldn't have been worth it. It would not have been worth it at all. I worked so hard to save myself that I don't want to just be giving myself out to anybody. Even if I was to slip up and fall and break my abstinence, it's not just going to be, I would have felt real bad about breaking my abstinence, not because I broke it, but because of the person that I broke it with. And so that is honestly what kept me. Stay tuned for more. Have you had friendships or relationships that ended because of your faith? That's a really good question. Yes. I feel like that's inevitable when you are walking for and with Christ. I had a lot of trauma bonds before I fully submitted my life to Christ. So I was connected to people through our mutual trauma. We were connected by our sin. After following Christ and falling out of love with sin, it kind of creates distance on its own, because you are now desiring more and following a different way of life, and the other person may not agree with it or may not be doing the same thing, and so it kind of creates a wedge between you guys, and it may not be something that you genuinely want to happen, but it just kind of happens. I was somebody that was raised in the church and I was doing all the church things, but I was so deep in the world. I was so deep in the world. Church was just a cover up. It was a band-aid, so I didn't feel bad about sinning, if we're being honest. A lot of things are going to drop off. Things that you do, things that you say, the way you think, the people you hang around. The Bible even says that bad company corrupts good characters. Yes, that has happened. Some of which I did not want, some of which, hey, it is what it is. I think I have one more question in this category. What is your biggest green flag in a godly man? A man that is submitted. He lays his life out as an offering before Christ. It's not a game. It's a genuine relationship between them. I don't know, like you can't love me without loving God, because he's going to tell you how to love me. So if you're not talking to him, then what? Then we messed up. And I don't want that. A guy who prays, you feel me, surrenders, like who's obedient. Oh my gosh, like the list goes on. But anyway, just to keep it short and sweet, a guy that is just fully committed, like I don't know, like that just gives what it's supposed to have gave. Very last section is going to be the fun and personal questions, which I only have a few. What's one guilty pleasure you still enjoy? Smoking on purple, ease my mind. I'm gonna be honest, the ganja, you know, I like it. I like it. What's one random fact about you that people don't know? I feel like I'm so open on here. I lay everything out on the line. Like maybe just like a mental thing, but I feel like when I'm eating something, I feel like less of a big bag if I save like a little corner. You know, like if I have a cookie and I don't eat the whole cookie, but I save like a little corner of the cookie, then I feel like, you know, I ain't really eat the cookie. That cancels out. I didn't really have anything sweet. I know it's the craziest thing ever, but I really feel like it works. I don't know. What's the best and worst part about being a content creator? The best part about being a content creator for me is going to be the fact that I get to be myself. I don't have to wear a mask. This is me. This is me every day. Off the camera, on the camera. Like I literally just get to talk to y'all. I love being behind the camera, yapping. I love sharing just anything that comes to mind. So that for me is the best thing about being a content creator, because I find it fun. I really just enjoy sitting behind the camera and talking to myself. The worst thing about being a content creator, it's a lot. The blood, sweat, and tears that you put into editing and recording and your visuals and your fonts and all the text and every like animations, everything. In the beginning, I don't always find it worth it. There's been a lot of times as a content creator I've had to re-record stuff, like get ready with me's, getting fully dressed, spraying perfume, everything, and it didn't record. So I literally had to take everything off and do it all over again, because I wanted to get the content. And then those videos, those are always the videos that get like no likes. So I just did all of that, redid, posted, and got 5 likes. That is the worst part about being a content creator, is really wanting to find your tribe, to find your people. And it's not that easy, because you got to really put in the work. You got to show up. People got to know who you are. I don't think I would have done one of these type of videos when I first started my channel, because who cares, the girl? We gotta fill you out. We gotta see. You start following, and then you start building your little community. But it's not for the weak at all. Some people are blessed to be able to blow up right away, and for some of us, like me, it is definitely a journey. But I appreciate the slow and steady journey of it, because I want to be able to sustain it. I love y'all. Y'all love me. I love y'all. That's probably the worst thing about being a content creator, is just all the work that goes into it and feeling like it doesn't have a return on investment, or an immediate return on investment, because at the end of the day, all seeds have to have a time of harvest. So if you're continuously planting the seed, you will have a time of harvest. It may not be as immediate as you want it to be, but that's the problem with our generation. We instant gratification. So those are all of my questions. I hope I answered your questions to the best best of my ability. If not, let me know in the comments, y'all. Let's talk about it. If you guys have any more questions or anything that you may want to know that I did not answer in this video, please feel free to ask me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You already know the tea. I want you to go from a VIP to an OG. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and you come in, you come on back, because we're gonna have more videos for you. This was just a little intermish on Carnal Christ. The next video that will be posted will be the next part of Carnal Christ. Love you guys, and as always, I hope you will continue to be well. Bye.